Hi, everyone, and welcome to Teaching Natural. My name's Dare. I'm an 8th year high school English teacher in SoCal or Southern California, and this is my expense breakdown video for the month of October. I always start out with my Southwest credit card. Remaining balance, always zero because I pay it off every single time I make a purchase. My minimum payment is $0. This is the card with the highest interest rate. The interest rate is now at 19%. On this card, I regularly pay Cox Internet, which is $90, and ADT Life Alert for my mother, which is $22.99, for a total of $112.99 coming off of this card. And then I use this card to make other purchases and I just pay it off. But the reoccurring charges on this card are Cox Internet and ADT. For my student loan, my minimum monthly payment that I keep is $334.47. I am on the save forbearance, so the only thing that is accruing is interest. It's accruing about $2 of interest every single day, about $72 of interest a month. And because my goal is to pay off my student loan, I am not switching to the WRAP plan or the IBR plan because I have calculated that my loan will be paid off right around July 2026. So I'm not going to do anything to have to do all the paperwork with the federal government. So I don't have an actual minimum monthly payment. I've just kept it the same as when I originally started paying back my loan. Adding on to what I say is my minimum monthly payment, I'm throwing another $1,065.53 for a total of $1,400 going towards my student loan this month. My rent and utilities, I did get some new charges because, again, my rent renewed. And so the utilities went up a bit and there's a new charge on my rent. So rent for this month and utilities is $2,786.41. Groceries and restaurants, I'm doing $550 because I now am doing Factor and I'm liking it. I like it pretty well. I will include it. Excuse you, sir. I will include a little bit of Factor in the vlog I'm going to do for homecoming week coming up. So, but because Factor is a bit more expensive because it's actually cooked meals, I'm going to up my groceries in restaurants. And then I also know that I have a friend's birthday this month. So I'm going to up my money for groceries and restaurants just a little bit more than usual. So $550. Gas for my car, $140. Gas and electric for my apartment this month is $80.92. Car insurance is $141.91. I'm going to put $120 in my safety net, which is my month ahead fund. In my emergency fund, I'm going to put $0. My sinking funds, I'm going to put $100. And then I have to pay for Adobe Acrobat. So that's $240 for that subscription. My nails, I want to get a full set because it is spooky season. So I want my witchy long needle black nails. So I'm going to go $70 for a full set and then a color change and the tip. For travel, I always go home in November to Northern California to visit my dad. And so I wanted to buy the tickets early, the plane tickets, and also pay for airport parking. And because I have the Southwest credit card, I always use points for my flights. However, I do have to pay the 9/11 like tax thing for TSA. You have to pay that. You can't do that with points. So that'll be like $11.20. And then airport parking for like 4 days. I'm not sure how much it'll be, but I know I usually don't spend more than $100 on airport parking. And they did send a discount to like incentivize people to park at the airport. So for my plane tickets and airport parking, $110 should be good. Shopping, I'm going to give myself $62. Like I mentioned earlier, I do have a friend's birthday this month, so $25 to get them a gift. And then I think they also want to go out to eat. So, that'll cover it. Then European Wax Center, I already paid for my wax passes, so just $10 for the tip. The total expenses that are not on my credit card will be $4,436.24. For my paycheck is a bit higher this month because all of the pre-service money, we had like optional PDs before school started. And so I did those optional PDs. That money has now hit for my October paycheck. So the total in my account, $5,949.61. Total bills and expenses, $5,949.23 for a remainder of 38 cents. And that remainder will just stay in my bills account. The total going into my cash wallet is $707. Total to gas is $140. Total to safety net is $120. And you know what? As I'm saying this, my car is due for an oil change. So I already did the transfer to the separate bank account, my high yield savings funds of $120. So that's fine. I'll just pay for my oil change out of the safety net. It shouldn't be $120 because I'm pretty sure I have a coupon, but whoops, forgot about that. It's no problem. Like I said, nothing in the emergency fund, and the money that I'm transferring to sinking funds is going into my dad account because I am saving up to take my dad on a cruise in December 2026. So I'm doing a lot of the little things building up until I pay off my student loan, and then I will be able to put the $1,000 that I'm usually sending to my student loan. That'll be able to go towards my dad's cruise. For my student loan, we finally get to color another box in. So now I am over 60%. My total for my student loan is now $11,798 and I think like 13 cents. So we are getting closer and closer and closer to paying this loan off, and it is surreal. Like oh, now that I've hit the 50% mark and it's like just going higher, like it's getting so much more realistic. Like the light at the end of the tunnel is getting closer and it's getting brighter because I'm almost done. And like I said in my State of the Union video, I totally I knew I was going to pay off my loan because I knew I was going to be disciplined, and I knew I was going to record these videos, and I knew I was going to have to show that I was making progress towards my loan. But it didn't feel real, at 29, right before my 30th birthday, when I decided I was going to pay my student loan off by 32, it felt like such a massive goal because like $28,000, that's how much I owed at that point when I decided I was going to pay my loan off as fast as possible. It just felt exhausting, and it felt like I was never going to get there. And now that I'm getting closer and closer and closer to being under $10,000, and then I'm getting closer and closer and closer to being finished, like it is surreal. So if you are working on paying off big goals, or you're just starting out on your budget and it feels exhausting and it feels like you're never going to actually make progress, like please, please, please keep going. Stay with me, stay with whomever on this YouTube budgeting space or this teacher space gives you the motivation, because truly, truly, once you get over the hill, it is just going to start feeling like you are rolling and like you really can do it. So that is kind of, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, but that's also my October expenses breakdown. So in the meantime and in between time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.